video, I done messed up the audio, so I had the Bluetooth on. But I got the Bluetooth off now. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, the moon in Libra, 1st to the 12th house. So the moon in Libra in the natal chart, if we look at that aspect, you're going to be seeing, you know, in this video, I'm going to be breaking down how where your moon in Libra is located throughout the houses and how it interacts in that house. You see what I'm saying? So that'll be in your personal chart if you're watching this video. And if you're looking at this as a transit report, this video would be react and respond. You're gonna feel comfortable thinking and communicating. You see what I'm saying? So your most comfortable space with the actual moon in Libra transiting would be to relate to another individual. So if you don't feel relating, then you know you've planted bad seeds. You need to shed that communication style, shed that that way of thinking, shed that way of relating to others. You see what I'm saying? So we look at it, the Libra in the 1st house. This would be a personal affairs, personality, first impression. This would be what you got going on within yourself. You see what I'm saying? So that you're able to relate to another. So when you have Libra in the first house, you're going to be wanting to relate your personality. So you're going to be wanting to relate to others of how you would like to relate. You want to relate to others on the same wavelength. You see what I'm saying? So your way of relating is, okay, we do things together, and the things that we do together, that's what we can relate upon. That's how I create something that's relatable. Trying to get, yeah, here's the better lighting. So yeah, okay. And then you look at how this could be on a higher octave. You're able to express your personality, and express your personal self and your way of relating. You're able to express the way you think. You feel comfortable expressing these things. You feel comfortable having that, that communication. And you feel comfortable relating to your, to another person because you have that same communication style. You see what I'm saying? And then on the lower octave, you would feel uncomfortable at your relating your personal self, uncomfortable being yourself. Pretty much, this is a time that you are gonna have your reactions and responses are all gonna be about how you personally go about things. Nobody gonna save you in this point in time. You see, relating to others with your own respective love, like you know how to love yourself, so you know how to receive love and how it's supposed to actually be, you know, given and received. Then boom, your personal affairs are doing well. You follow me? So then on the lower octave, you feel, like I say, uncomfortable relating that personal affair. You see what I'm saying? So you want to become more, really on the lower octave, you need to have more shadow work in your self-love. You see what I'm saying? Behind, like what you need to work on is being comfortable with your personality and relating your personality. You follow me? So in the 2nd house, this will be your values. Things that you value as a person, place, thing, or a thought form, or an idea. So one may value the idea of relating. One may value the place that they relate. One may value the people in the place and the ideas that they have. You see what I'm saying? So this is what creates that that value system. This is a good little space for it. You think about the 2nd house birthing Taurus, a Venus sign. Then you have Libra, a Venus sign in the 2nd house. So pretty much on the higher octave, you feel comfortable relating what you value. On the lower octave, you feel uncomfortable having that conversation about what you value. You feel uncomfortable in this place and the people around it, so you don't actually value the conversation. You see what I'm saying? You don't value relating to these individuals. You don't value relating to this thing because it's actually bringing you nothing beneficial. It's not even making you you feel good. And nobody's actually even saying, Cletus, go. You see what I'm saying? Nobody's saying, do you think? Nobody's giving you that inspiration. So it's hard to value these individuals. So what you want to do is find a space that actually values you and you value it in turn. Follow me? So then with the 3rd house, this will be the environment. Communicating in your environment. This would be like your close parameters kind of thing. Like if you were to walk outside the door, your neighbors, this, that, and the third, the people down the block, right? So you, on the higher octave, with the moon in the third house, you feel comfortable reacting and responding to your environment and have a relatable conversation within your environment. Lower octave, you feel uncomfortable relating to anybody. You see what I'm saying? Everybody around you, you look at as, oh, they feel this, that, and the third about me. I don't want to relate to them. You see what I'm saying? The way, so I don't even think we could have a conversation, type thing like that. So this is alike to the ninth house. So this is why they're oppositions. So on this scale, you just want to relate and have that, be able to have that conversation with anybody on any ladder scale, and actually bring them to the water so they can make their own cup and drink. You see what I'm saying? And in the environment, you could actually give them a good conversation to get the mind working. You see what I'm saying? So they're gonna feel comfortable. You're gonna feel comfortable reacting and responding to the way that the other person is relating, and due to that, you can relate back. It's the type thing. So on the lower octave, you're going to feel uncomfortable relating to these other individuals, and you're not going to actually react and respond in a thinking pattern to relate. You see what I'm saying? You're not even going to compromise in this relationship between you and this other individual. Libra, relationship, relations, third house, environment. You see what I'm saying? So it's either you feel comfortable with relating to your environment, or you feel uncomfortable relating to your environment. One of the two. Environment to actually, express yourself. A new environment to communicate. You see what I'm saying? A new environment to create a new thought pattern. You see what I'm saying? To create a new, create a new feeling about the environment you have going on. So that way you can actually move on into a new environment. And you say, okay, these are the, like, for example, like, this is a mercurial house. So you think about it like, okay, I can write down what I actually appreciate about this environment, and then the other environment, what do I want that this environment doesn't offer, and what does this environment have that what does this environment that I'm looking at not offer that mine offers? This, that, and the third, and then you weigh your pros and cons. Then you can find a way to relate in your environment and say, oh, okay, well, this environment's good for this, and this other environment's good for this. You see what I'm saying? So that's that two-sided energy, third house, with your environment. Because you're around these people, you're not in a direct relationship. You're not like, sleeping in the same bed with them. You're not sleeping in the same house, but you're right in the vicinity of other individuals. So then with the fourth house, the fourth house is the privacy, the heart space. Higher octave, you feel comfortable relating your heart space. You feel comfortable communicating about where your mind's at, and where is your mind in the right space, relationship-wise, kind of thing like that. Like, are your private emotions, are you able to communicate those, and those are actually emotions that you feel are relatable. You see what I'm saying? So, like, you have like it's like to an earth quality, like a logistic or practicality, whenever you think about the air as well, in a way, because whenever you think, the one step further would be that practical way of thinking. You see what I'm saying? So, like, you think about the air sign, just thinks, and then communicates. You see what I'm saying, about what they're thinking, and then the earth sign collects what the air sign is saying, and actually makes a practical plan out of it. So with the fourth house being here, you look at this being a generally, if you think about it, the birthing square, like the fourth house birth Cancer, the seventh house birth Libra. So, like, the Libra being here, you're going to want to react and respond to relating about your personal emotions, your heart space. So either you have a higher octave, you want to relate your heart, and you want to actually, give somebody else your heart. You see what I'm saying? You want to be in a nice little relationship. And then the lower octave, the higher octave, still, like, you actually can execute that, and the other person is relating to you real good, and your heart doesn't get cold. You see what I'm saying? In the lower octave, you already have a cold heart, so you don't want to relate to anybody else. You feel that if you bring that heart space to anyone else and give anybody the key to your heart, boom, it's game over. They know what makes you tick, and what you actually appreciate in life, and then you might not want to even talk any more about it. So that's the lower octave, is not wanting to relate your heart. So if you want to get out of that lower octave, best way to go about this, in my opinion, well, astrologically, you want to actually, accept that, look, all right, I might get my heart broken, but I want to actually express where my heart's at. You see what I'm saying? Because I want to ride the wave. I don't want to be lost in the current. You You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, you want to relate your heart space. No matter how dark and cold your heart is, somebody might relate to it. You might actually be able to have somebody have that, a like cold heart like you, and then boom, you see what I'm saying? Now y'all working it out, and y'all becoming lighter, and boom, 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 from there. So in the 5th house, you feel comfortable and reacting and responding. Well, not okay. Word isn't comfortable. Comfortable is more of like a Cancer word. You see what I'm saying? So the 5th house is an expression, what you pay attention to, what you put on your own personal stage in life, so to speak, what you want to put on the on Front Street. So with the 5th house, you either higher octave, feel comfortable. I keep on saying the word comfortable. Okay, we're talking about the moon. Moon, Cancer, comfortable. That makes sense. You feel comfortable, yeah, reacting and responding. The moon, you see what I'm saying? Reaction and response to the way that you express yourself. It's windy. It's windy. Windy, like Chicago. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, so the higher octave, you feel comfortable expressing your relationship and talking about your relationship and how you're relating with other individuals. Lower octave, you feel uncomfortable relating to other people and relating to your expression. So the way that you express yourself is unrelatable. You see what I'm saying? So at this time, you want to find a way to be more relatable in your expression if you're on the lower octave. But even if you're on the higher octave, this is a little Gemini rising. So for the most part. So with that being said, don't just kind of like be in your own little mind about what you're communicating about. Don't just think, oh yeah, I'm talking that real good game. Actually look for the correspondence in the real time, real earth. You see what I'm saying? The real, like look at the way you're expressing yourself and how people are reacting and responding to it. And like, okay, that's the higher octave. People like the way people are relating to the way that you feel comfortable expressing yourself. You see what I'm saying? Which is relating to other people. So boom, people feel comfortable having a conversation with you, and they like your expression. Higher octave, lower octave, you don't feel comfortable expressing yourself, even if people like what you have to say. This, that, and the third. You feel kind of shy. This, that, and the third. Like, it's either you like roar like a lion, higher octave, or you're a coward, lower octave. See what I'm saying? So if you on that lower octave cowardice energy, just express yourself. You see what I'm saying? Someone might actually be on the same vibration, alike to that 4th house, and actually say, oh, okay, yeah, I express myself in the same kind of way. This is a way that we can relate with each other, and then boom, you see what I'm saying? You Libra it up. You Libra it up. Now you're going to the ice cream shop talking about the ice cream and talking about the ice cream man behind the joint, and he don't know what you're talking about. Air stuff, real air stuff. So yeah. And then you think about the 6th house. This is the routine and pattern in the health. So the way that you relate to your health, you see what I'm saying? So it's either you're thinking and communicate about the higher octave. You feel comfortable talking about communicating about your schedule and what you put on a routine and pattern, or you lower octave. What you put on the routine and pattern is a bunch of bullshit. You see what I'm saying? You just want to fucking binge eat, and you just want to binge watch and watch Netflix all day, and that's what you got on your pattern. That's your schedule. Wake up, take a shit. What did Kendrick Lamar say? He was on some shit. Literally pause. But he's talking about wake up in the morning. Eat you a bowl of breakfast, watch your TV, to kick your feet up, type shit like that. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but like it's a Kendrick Lamar song talking about how an average motherfucker got a weak ass routine. You know what I'm saying? So it's either you higher octave, like I'm to get back to the point, higher octave you relate, and you feel comfortable relating to your schedule. You feel comfortable talking about your schedule and what you got on your schedule. Lower octave you feel uncomfortable relating to what you got going on in the schedule and your routine and pattern. You see what I'm saying? So one step further with the lower octave to rectify this would be, okay, maybe actually put something on your schedule that's going to benefit you. You see what I'm saying? Something on your schedule that you can actually see something progress, something that you can relate to that is actually going to, you know, give you that relationship that, okay, this other person relates to good people, you see what I'm saying? They got a good routine and pattern. This is a healthy relationship. There we go. You got a healthy relationship with yourself and healthy relationship with others. So due to that, you can actually put things on a schedule, and people feel comfortable relating with you. You see what I'm saying? They don't got to be too worrisome and concerned. So this is a time to, you know, higher octave. Like I say, you feel comfortable relating pretty much your concern and your worry and what you put on your mind. You know what I'm saying? 6th house Mercury. You know what I'm saying? Virgo. And then lower octave, you feel uncomfortable talking about your routine and pattern of health because it really ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing. You're just doing a bunch of bullshit. So yeah. Then 7th house, this is going to be either feeling comfortable communicating and thinking about your relationship. So you feel comfortable talking to your partner. This is the time to actually flesh everything out. You know what I'm saying? This is a more relatable time. So you want to actually talk to your partner about, okay, what we got going on good, what is not going on so good, what can we actually rectify. And higher octave, you feel comfortable relating and compromising. Lower octave, you feel uncomfortable relating and compromising with your partner and people around you and in relationships and things that you have relations with. So like if you wanted to rectify that, then you just want to find, not find, but be in a space that, okay, I know, like pretty much like to the 1st house, I know how to love myself, so I know how to be related to. So I know how I would like to receive love. So if I don't receive love in that same space, then I know I need to switch up what I'm relating to. And then I'll have a higher octave next time the moon comes around in Libra, because I'm around a relationship that I actually feel comfortable in. I feel comfortable compromising with this individual, right? And then the 8th house, this will be behind the scenes, secrets, sacred matters, an internal passion. You know, maybe wake in the morning, you got a real internal passion. It nipples real hard. You know, down below, it's like a goddamn motherfucking out of tension. Salute, you know what I'm saying? So boom, you're behind the scenes, secrets, sacred matters. You feel comfortable relating that. You feel comfortable talking about what you got going on behind the scenes that nobody else sees. Lower octave, you feel comfortable relating to other people. Lower octave, you feel uncomfortable relating to other people about what you got going on behind the scenes. You might have a whole bunch of bullshit. You might have been just lying to everybody. You got a whole bunch of secrets about what you really got going on behind the scenes. And what you got going on behind the scenes ain't benefiting you. You see what I'm saying? So you don't even want to relate about that. So on the higher octave, you want to relate about what you got going on behind the scenes because it's really benefiting you. You see what I'm saying? Your internal passion is being satisfied. Higher octave. Lower octave, your internal passion is in way of transforming. You're unsatisfied. So you're kind of just stuck in the same space. And you don't really care to relate to something transformative. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to actually change what you relate to or change the way you feel behind the scenes. You see what I'm saying? 9th house, knowledge, wisdom, ways of traveling in the mind or actually in the physical realm. And also the experience. You see what I'm saying? So with this being said, this will be a time to relationship. You feel comfortable, higher octave, relating to your partner. You feel comfortable taking a trip. You feel comfortable going to Bora Bora. Take 3-5 to the tropics. You're taking your girl to the tropics. You know what I'm saying? You out here flying. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Because if she don't even smoke and she roll the weed, boom. Then guess what? That 3-5 turned to 7. Then boom, now y'all making money. Y'all going to the tropics whenever y'all want to say. You know what I'm saying? So now you and your person you relate with, then boom, you have a knowledge and wisdom about, okay, we could flip this and then go to the tropics as much time as we want. Now we have a great way of traveling, a great way of traveling in the physical realm. We can also travel in the mind because, you see what I'm saying? I know where your mind goes. I know where my mind travels. So then boom, you can actually relate that. Higher octave, you feel comfortable relating your knowledge and wisdom, and it's actually getting you somewhere in your relationships. Lower octave, you have an outdated way of knowledge and wisdom, an outdated way of transporting yourself. Transportation in the mind. Your way of thinking is outdated, or your way of transportation is outdated. You might just take the goddamn bus every day. You see what I'm saying? So you and your girl can't really just get on the bus every day and not be affected. You can't really get your groove on in the whip. I mean, in the bus, but you know, you park the whip in the right little rest station, you might be able to get your groove on. You see what I'm saying? Get your little your new experience, new experiences. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, that'll be the ninth house. It'll be the knowledge, wisdom, experience. Higher octave, you feel comfortable relating with that knowledge, wisdom, and your way of transportation in the mind, or your way of thinking. You see what I'm saying? Lower octave, your way of relating with your knowledge or wisdom is actually outdated, and you need to get you a new knowledge and wisdom, and a new way of perceiving things, a new way of seeing. You see what I'm saying? The ninth house is like you see things. So seeing that you're relating in a bad way, boom, okay, all right, I need to have a new way of seeing. So that's the way you can look at it. Like, okay, this is a nightmare. Well, it could be a beautiful dream. Let's make it that. You see what I'm saying? Perception, ninth house. 10th house, this would be your status, your blueprint, your way that you're seeing, way of building, like the way of the reason why I bring up blueprint is because you want to actually build something off of your blueprint. So with the 10th house and having Libra in the moon here, either feel comfortable about relating to your status or uncomfortable about relating your status. So you feel comfortable about higher octave, communicating about your status and about your business and about your blueprint, and you feel comfortable telling your partner, okay, this is what we got going on. This is what I feel like we should have going on in our status and our blueprint, and the way of getting to the next level and building on our Saturn blocks and getting to that next plateau. Boom, okay, this is the way we need to actually have our status. So boom, okay, all right. In the 10th house, I feel comfortable relating that. Higher octave. Lower octave, you don't feel comfortable relating your status. Your status really ain't shit. You ain't had nothing going on. You see what I'm saying? Your status is being on the block, eating a box of Cheez-Its, because that's all you had to afford. You see what I'm saying? And you pushing the cart down the street. You know what I'm saying? So that's your status. You don't want that status. You don't want to relate that status to your female. If you're a female, you don't want to relate that to your man. Oh, I ain't got nothing to bring back to you today. Just want some Cheez-Its. That's it. You see what I'm saying? That's your status. So either you higher octave, feel comfortable relating your status, and you actually have a good blueprint, and you actually have a good way of relating. It's like, if you think about the 11th house as the actual public place, or the association, or like that place that you meet at. The 10th house would be the status to say, okay, hey, this is what we got going on, this, that, and the third. And it's going to actually attract the people to associate with that group. You see what I'm saying? So you think about that 10th house, it'd be like, for me personally, my status would be astrologer. It would be music. My status is fixed earth, being Taurus. You see what I'm saying? It's a consistent or stubborn way of practicality and logistics. So for me, my status is, okay, I'm going to do this, and once I'm going to be fixed on it and have a consistent way of looking at my blueprint. So I'm going to build up my foundation and actually, you know, actually have people be able to look at my channel in a practical way. So then this is the way that you want to look at your 10th house as well. So is it actually can you practicalize, and can you actually make something out of what you have put on the forefront in a way? It's alike to the 5th house. So the lower octave, you have, like I say, you ain't got shit going on. You eating a box of Cheez-Its on the side of the road, and you ain't got no money for your partner to actually advance, and y'all got no money to move out of the fucking bricks where y'all at. Higher octave, you have a status that can actually get you somewhere. You see what I'm saying? You feel comfortable relating about that. Think about if you if you got the 8th, like, think about how the moon transits. Okay, so maybe you had, not even maybe, you had the moon in the 8th house. You had what you had going on behind the scenes. Say you was in school and shit like that. So you had a test coming up, and behind the scenes you were supposed to, okay, all right, I haven't been studying, I need to transform that. So you don't transform that, and then you have a knowledge and wisdom about, oh, I don't feel like transforming, I don't feel like even studying none of this shit, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So then when the 10th house comes around, you get an F on the test, you got flunked. And the homeboy to your left, excuse me, he studied for the test whenever the moon was in his 8th house. And then whenever the moon went in his 9th house, he had that new knowledge and wisdom, and he was ready to go. You see what I'm saying? For that 10th house, he got the test back. After he took the test, and then whenever the moon was in the 9th house, he got it back in the 10th house, and he said, oh, I got an A. This is real good status. And you thinking to yourself, like, wait, this dude, he was over here, like, covering his paper the whole time. Next time he covers his paper, I'm gonna figure out when he going to the bathroom, and I'm gonna look at the whole paper. And next time the teacher poke his nose and finger in his nose and start doing some weird shit, I'm gonna look at homeboy's paper, because I need to get an A. I need to have that good status. You see what I'm saying? So think about it. Okay, you either have two options. You slide homeboy some money for the next test and say, hey, look, let me see the answers. Quit putting your elbow over there and let me see it. I'll slide you a couple tickets. You see what I'm saying? Slide you a couple dollars. On that end, do you think about it? The 10th house is just a status. So like whatever you got on the test is what you got on the test. It doesn't matter how you got what you got on the test. So with that being said, either you slide up a couple tickets and boom, say you still living with your mom. You see what I'm saying? You're just finishing up college. You want to take your girl out. You have a real good status. See what I'm saying? You want to have her, everybody thinking, oh, I got a girl, and my girl down for me, this, that, and the third. Oh, we just went out, this, that, and the third. You see what I'm saying? You want to associate with that, your group. They want the moon going to the 11th house. Trust me, you do. So yeah, with this being said, then if you're on the lower octave, next time around, you might want to slide homeboy a couple of tickets on the behind the scenes and say like, okay, look, I'm going to slide you these. You help me out on the test. Boom, I got a real good status now. My mom's not tripping on me. She's not going to ground me. And then since my mom not going to ground me, my girl not going to think I'm broke. Because, look, I slid the homeboy a couple tickets, and boom, I got an A on the test. So now my mom cool with me going out. And then you think about it, they don't even need to know how. But look, when my girl I got too much pride to actually say to my girl that, oh, look, I failed the test. This time around, I got an F. Maybe this time around, you're like, dang, I got an F. Ain't nothing I could change about my status. You see what I'm saying? But then next time around, okay, you take a girl out because you got an A on the test. Your mom not grounding you. Now you don't got to lie to your girl about, oh, you know, I just can't really make it. So she think you double lying, this type of shit. Boom. Now you got that good status. Next time around, you let homeboy let you see that his names on the test. Now you got that good status. You could take a girl out. Now you can talk all about it with the 11th house. So you think about it. Okay, let's move on to the 11th house, higher octave. Being able to relate to your association in your group, and you feel comfortable actually relating your fixed way of associating. So like the mind, like the mind that you exist in, you see what I'm saying? Like where your mind is usually at. So with this being said, the 11th house would be your group. So like, does your group actually have good relationship? Do they have connections? Do those connections connect to other things that actually are on a higher octave you feel comfortable relating about? Or on the lower octave, this group don't really bring you no type of good connections. They actually kind of put a dampen on your light and actually make you look bad. You see what I'm saying? So does your 11th house make you look good? Does your association, what you associate to, is it relatable in this world, or is it unrelatable? And it makes you, you know what I mean, doesn't put you in the beautiful Venus light. You see what I'm saying? And the 12th, and okay, just to fit, if you wanted to rectify your way of associating, find a new group. You see what I'm saying? Find a group that you can actually relate with. You find a group that got real connections. Maybe you got to work to get in that group, but look, hey, it's better than what you got going on now. In the 12th house, this would be your dreams, illusions, and nightmares. So do you feel comfortable relating about your dream? Do you feel comfortable communicating about what you have going on in the dream realm? What you have going on that other people could see as an illusion, but no, you see it as actually like, oh, I can reach for the star, and I'm gonna end up landing in the stars, and I'm gonna be up there. You see me? You see what I'm saying? Type shit. You can be like, oh, they might be like, oh, that's a dream. I don't know. That's really in reality. So boom, they don't actually see what you got going on in reality. Okay, you feel comfortable relating about this dream because you have faith, belief, and imagination. Higher octave, lower octave, you have no faith, belief, and imagination in your dream because you don't have a dream. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never thought farther than the the grocery store down the block and the police station down the street. You know what I'm saying? You're just trying to go to the grocery store and avoid the police station. So yeah, you got no type of dreams. You know what I'm saying? If you're on the lower octave, and the way to fix that is find, you know, what you actually feel comfortable relating to. A dream that you could actually say that, okay, this is what I'm a part of, and be happy with that. You see what I'm saying? Find a appreciation or a value in the way in your dream. And the reason why you have that appreciation, because you have faith in your dream. You have faith with where you're going. You have belief in yourself. You see what I'm saying? That's really the key here, is having that belief in yourself. And that's how you get to the higher octave, having that faith, belief, and imagination in your dream, so that way you can actually relate it and people see like, oh yeah, I can see that going somewhere. You see what I'm saying? You might not have a nickel in your pocket, but you're talking that good game. You're talking that 12th house shit. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, much love and holla back at me. Shit, I'm thinking about doing a little freestyle to end this out. You see what I'm saying? So do a little freestyle to end this out. You knew I'm a star now, like Star Child. I'm on Resident Evil, cause I'm out the window now, dog. I ain't jump out, though. Just a spirit scene, all about, dog. And I just seen a dog like God, dog. Oh, damn. Is that a guard dog like Cerberus? Nah, son. It's like Leviathan. Motherfucker just opened the gates of hell again. God damn. Abaddon came out that bitch. But cheer. I'm with Uriel and shit. Shouts out to Archangel Liz. Yeah, I ain't say it right, but you were saying right, and I'm ascended, right? Or is it left? I hope you don't got 2 left feet, because you could get left. You dig what I'm saying? Cheer. Shouts out to all the Archangels. Much love and holla back. Michael, Uriel, Raphael, and Gabrielle in no particular order. Much love. Holla back. You dig what I'm saying? Shouts out to